Aloha, you're watching F5 On Demand. I'm Technical Marketing Manager Peter Silva. We're in San Francisco for VMworld 2012. Here at the Moscone Center, we're in booth 1101. If you're at the show, stop on by. And if you do stop on by, you'll be able to meet author, blogger, and technical marketing extraordinaire, Lori MacVittie. Thanks for joining us today, Lori.
Wow.
She's speechless. That's amazing.
I'm completely speechless. It's quite the introduction.
So she's been doing a little drawing on the whiteboard here about the vCloud ecosystem framework, and thought it would be great to get with Lori for a little bit and talk a little bit about how F5 integrates into the vCloud ecosystem framework. So, what do we got going here in your wonderful whiteboard drawing, Laura?
Oh, we've got lots of good integration going on. Integration northbound, integration southbound. We've got integration up and down and all around. So basically what's going on here is that VMware introduced this vCloud ecosystem framework. So it's really an integration framework to allow third parties to plug into vShield Manager and be able to orchestrate the provisioning process, right? So all of it, including security and networking. So it's really expanding outward to the rest of IT. So server provisioning is great, but we still need to deliver the application. Right. So we hook into it through Enterprise Manager, using their new APIs and our APIs, and we have a bidirectional communication here that allows us to talk to the bigger system. So basically, if you're going to go and you want to provision a new application, you're going to go and you're going to select a vApp. Right? Might be Exchange. And then once you do that, you're actually going to select an iApp, which is our version kind of a vApp at the infrastructure layer, and that's going to have all the information about how should I deliver this and secure it. And it's all encapsulated in this nice little template, and you just click on it. So it associates these two, and then you say go, I think. I've never used this GUI, so it's got to be an easy button there. And what happens is, of course, then it provisions the VM, and gets that set up, and then it talks to us over that API, and we in turn grab the right iApp and we communicate with all of the big IPs we need to and say, hey, provision all this stuff, get the network set up, get the security set up, get the pools, the resources configured, get the monitoring going, let us know. And we tell them, okay, we're ready. In the future, if you add or remove a VM, which is really the core of elasticity, right? Adding, removing, expanding, contracting. This iApp gets automatically rerun to make sure that the VM is either removed or added as necessary. In the meantime, we're also sharing information about the health of the applications to make sure that vCloud Director is aware of particular instances that might be up or down, and so it can react appropriately and then inform us how to react.
Yeah, and that was, I was thinking about, as you were explaining it, provisioning, but then it'll also be able to obviously bring it down, pull it back up again if the health of one of them, if one of the virtual servers goes down, we'll be able to then spin up, realize, and then spin up another one automatically.
Yeah, exactly.
So one of the things I was talking with Frank about yesterday was how F5's now VMware ready, the recent announcement. And he was talking about the whole API to API interaction, and that's kind of what's going on here in this diagram, right?
Yeah, that's what's going on right here in this northbound API, is that interaction between the two of us and being able to share that information using that API.
And so what do companies have to do? I asked Frank this yesterday. What did they have to do, say, the day last week, before all this was integrated? What were the steps to take?
Wow, well, if you were using BIG-IP in an iApp, you still did, you did your vApp, and that was nice, but then you had to go to a separate console and a separate device, or maybe scripts, and run them and execute that iApp. If you didn't have that iApp, then you still did the vApp, but then you had to go and you had to configure, I don't know, hundreds of different little objects on the BIG-IP to make sure this worked. And then you would probably run some kind of a script that was triggered off of, a VM came up or down, or maybe an email. It was a very manual, intensive process.
So more potential for mistakes, just longer time, more headaches, more stomping your fist on the desk and so forth.
Absolutely. Operationally inefficient, just horrible.
Nice, great stuff, Laura. So a little bit more about the vCloud ecosystem framework and how F5 now easily integrates, or we always integrated really, but it's just in a much smoother transparent fashion now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's getting more seamless. The whole
Seamless,
operational
that's the word,
process
yeah.
getting seamless, yes.
And that's why she's the technical marketing extraordinaire. I think we're done here, aren't we?
I think so.
So, a little bit more about the vCloud ecosystem framework, as I just said about a minute ago. And so thanks a lot, Laura, for joining us. It's always fun seeing you at these.
Peter, it's always great.
And so for Lori, and I got my man Jonathan behind the lens, I'm Peter, and we're with F5 Networks. Thanks for watching.